Adventurous kids, explore with education and learning what a wild life is in the Everglades. I want to explore the Museum of Discovering Science. What plants do butterflies like? I want to know about Key West Adventurous Kids, learning and fun. Adventurous Kids!
Today I'm going to tell you about Pompeii. Pompeii was an ancient city in southern Italy. In 79 AD, a volcano called Mount Vesuvius erupted close by. Thousands of people died, and the city was buried. Archaeologists later cleared away much of the rubble, and they uncovered ruins that gave historians a look at life in the Roman Empire. Nearly 2,000 years ago, Pompeii was a bustling city located in what is now southern Italy. The city of Pompeii was a popular vacation destination for the Romans. It is estimated that between 10,000 and 20,000 people lived in the city. Many wealthy Romans had summer homes in Pompeii and would live there during the hot summer months. People lived in the Pompeii region in the prehistoric time. The Romans took control of Pompeii in about 290 BCE. They brought Roman architecture and culture to the city. But around noon, that would be 12 o'clock p.m. on August 79 AD, the nearby Mount Vesuvius volcano erupted. It spewed smoke and toxic gas 20 miles into the air, which soon spread to the town. Almost overnight, Pompeii and many of its 10,000 residents vanished under a blanket of ash. The eruption lasted for two, count them, 2 days. The first phase of its reign lasting about 18 hours. Wow. Allowing most inhabitants to escape. Most escapees probably managed to salvage some of their most valuable belongings. At some time in the night or early in the next day, pyroclastic flows began near the volcano, consisting of high speed, dense, and scorching ash clouds, knocking down wholly or partly struck all structures in their path, incinerating or suffocating the remaining population and altering the landscape, including the coastline around 7 a.m., nearly 19 hours after the initial eruption. The city was completely covered in a deadly mix of ash and rock. By the evening of the second day, the eruption was over, leaving only haze in the atmosphere through which the sun shone weakly. The people and buildings of Pompeii were covered in up to 12 different layers of tephra in a total of up to 19.7 feet deep. Tephra is a general term for any material thrown into the air during a volcanic eruption, including ash particles, volcanic bombs, and other fragments. Wow! Dang, boy! The days prior to the eruption were recorded by a Roman administrator named Pliny the Younger. Pliny the Younger had wrote that there had been several earth tremors in the days leading up to the eruption, but Roman science didn't know that earthquakes could signal the start of a volcano erupting. Even when they first saw smoke rising from the top of the mountain, they were merely curious and they had no idea what was coming until it was too late. Mount Vesuvius stands at 4,200 feet high, but its height changed after each major eruption. Some 200,000 years ago, and for a time, had only one peak, Mount Vesuvius in Italy. It is a composite stratovolcano, which is a volcano made of lava flows, pyroclastic flows, and debris from lahars that have built up over time. Mount Vesuvius was inactive for hundreds of years before the disaster of 79 AD. There wasn't a name for volcano before the 79 AD Vesuvius eruption. The name later became the Roman god of fire, Vulcan. Pompeii was basically lost and forgotten until it was rediscovered in 1748. When archaeologists began to uncover the city, they found something amazing. Much of the city was preserved under ashes, buildings, paintings, houses, and workshops that would never have survived all these years remained intact as a result of much of what we know about everyday life in the Roman Empire comes from Pompeii. The early excavations or digs were not well organized. Many early diggers were treasure hunters who had no interest in history after 1860. However, archaeologists made sure that the work was done in an orderly way. By the 1990s, about two-thirds of the city had been excavated. Thank you for watching this Adventurous Kids episode. Yeehaw!
What did you learn today?
Adventurous Kids!
Adventurous Kids!
What was the most interesting fact?
Adventurous Kids!
Adventurous Kids!
Adventurous Kids!